Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We are reading from Bhagavad Gita, as it is, chapter 15, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Text number 1. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Urdhva Mulam Adashakam. Okay. Ashvatam Brahuravyayam. Chandang Siyasya Parnani. Yastang Vedasa Vedavit. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Purport. After the discussion of the importance of Bhakti Yoga, one may question, what about the Vedas? It is explained in this chapter that the supreme purpose of Vedic study is to understand Krishna. Therefore, one who is in Krishna consciousness, who is engaged in devotional service, already knows the Vedas. The entanglement of this material world is compared here to a banyan tree. For one who is engaged in fruitive activities, there is no end to the banyan tree. He wanders from one branch to another, to another, to another. The tree of this material world has no end, and for one who is attached to this tree, there is no possibility of liberation. The Vedic hymns meant for elevating oneself are called the leaves of this tree. This tree's roots grow upward because they begin from where Brahma is located, the topmost planet of this universe. If one can understand this indestructible tree of illusion, then one can get out of it. This process of extrication should be understood. In the previous chapters, it has been explained that there are many processes by which to get out of the material entanglement. And up to the 13th chapter, we have seen that devotional service to the Supreme Lord is the best way. Now, the basic principle of devotional service is detachment from material activities and attachment to the transcendental service of the Lord. The process of breaking attachment to the material world is discussed in the beginning of this chapter. The root of this material existence grows upward. This means that it begins from the total material substance, from the topmost planet of the universe. From there, the whole universe is expanded with so many branches representing the various planetary systems. The fruits represent the results of the living entity's activities, namely religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. Now, there is no ready experience in this world of a tree situated with its branches down and its roots upward. But there is such a thing. That tree can be found beside a reservoir of water. We can see that the trees on the bank reflect upon the water with their branches down and roots up. In other words, the tree of this material world is only a reflection of the real tree of the spiritual world. This reflection of the spiritual world is situated on desire, just as a tree's reflection is situated on water. Desire is the cause of things being situated in this reflected material light. One who wants to get out of this material existence must know this tree thoroughly through analytical study. Then he can cut off his relationship with it. This tree, being the reflection of the real tree, is an exact replica. Everything is there in the spiritual world. The impersonalists take Brahman to be the root of this material tree, and from the root, according to Sankhya philosophy, comes Prakriti, Purusha, then the 3 gunas, then the 5 gross elements, Panchamahabhuta, then the 10 senses, Dashindriya, mind, etc. In this way, they divide up the whole material world into 24 elements. If Brahman is the center of all manifestations, then this material world is a manifestation of the center by 180 degrees, and the other 180 degrees constitute the spiritual world. The material world is the perverted reflection, so the spiritual world must have the same variegatedness. But in reality, the Prakriti is the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and the Purusha is the Supreme Lord himself. That is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Since this manifestation is material, it is temporary. A reflection is temporary, for it is sometimes seen and sometimes not. But the origin from whence the reflection is reflected is eternal. The material reflection is the real tree, has to be cut off. When it is said that a person knows the Vedas, it is assumed that he knows to cut off attachment to this material world. If one knows that process, he actually knows the Vedas. One who is attracted by the ritualistic formulas of the Vedas is attracted by the beautiful green leaves of the tree. He does not exactly know the purpose of the Vedas. The purpose of the Vedas, as disclosed by the personality of Godhead himself, is to cut down this reflected tree and attain the real tree of the spiritual world. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. So this is a very interesting verse. Urdvam Mulam Madashakam said Urdvam, it means up. Mula means roots. The roots go up. Mulam Urdvam Mulam Ashvatam Prahur Avyayam. It said there's a Banyan tree. Ashvata tree means Banyan tree. So when you go to India, you see many of these Banyan trees everywhere growing. And now I was in India and I kept my eyes more open to Banyan trees. And there's many, you can see many. And in Navadvip this time I was not there, but there's a real big Banyan tree. And under the tree, or like in the tree, this is like almost like a little labyrinth with some walks you can walk through. There are many shops inside and people sell stuff, and there's a big tree above it. It says for sure, I don't know how in diameter, how big it is. So many roots. And the sides are two temples with a big Shiva Linga, maybe like this, but very big. So what is the interesting thing in the banyan tree? And you can see it, the banyan tree, it grows, and it has kind of, looks like this bonsai trees kind of, but big. And then the branches grow, and from there grow branches downwards, and they go then in the earth. And they become bigger, and it becomes second trunks. And so from this you get many trunks, and you don't know what is actually original. Yeah, and a whole forest can come out of one banyan tree. So many trunks it has. So here the material world is compared to such a banyan tree, the whole material world. Why? Because by the banyan tree you don't know where is the beginning and where is the end. In the same way, you don't know where is the beginning of this material world. You don't know where is the beginning of your material entanglement. It's so long back, and it said it's like eternal. And we had so many lives, and life after life we accumulate karma and samskaras, and then we live it out, and we had another ones, and we have what we are right now. It's an interesting end product of what we did karmically so far. In us there is like so much of so many last lives of tendencies, attachments, and unconscious habits, and how we look, why we look so different, right? These are all different manifestations of prakriti, of material energy, what we manifested because of life after life acting in certain ways. And next life we will look completely different. We will be if hopefully not, but in a normal way, you have a completely different body. Maybe you have a female body or a man's body suddenly. This is quite different. Suddenly now imagine you wake up in the morning and you have a different body. It's quite shocking. Huh? So normally when you get born, you get accustomed, so it's not so shocking. But if you go a little bit quick if you forward your life, your destiny, and you stop in 500 years in a certain situation, you are in a completely different body, different situation, different material manifestations, completely different. So we changed this so often, we played so many of these roles so far, but every time we are completely attached, and every time we are completely convinced that's me. Every time we are completely convinced that's me. And all that what we have been, it's like not relevant, but now this is relevant. But the last one was also very relevant, but it's not relevant now because it's gone. So this will go in the same way. But still we are attached. No. So here it said we should see through this, we should understand this. And it said you should cut the tree. We should cut this tree with the weapon of knowledge and detachment. Understanding I'm not this body, I'm a spiritual being. And getting detached from it. Understanding whatever we have is for Krishna. This is our way of getting detached. We don't throw it away, we give it to Krishna. Give all your money to Krishna. Give all your stuff to Krishna. Give your family to Krishna. Yeah? Give your service, give your energy, give your love, give your consciousness to Krishna. And we see it's not so easy. It's not so easy. It's not easily said, but done. Like money. Give your money to Krishna. Yes. Give all your money to Krishna. Yes, yes, for sure. It's not so easy. We are attached. Yeah. So we should be detached. Everything for Krishna. So in the donation box, give all your energy, your love. But this is not so difficult actually, because money is more external. Kind of give it. But your love and your your attention and your attachments, this is more difficult. But because the one is easy, it is not, then it shouldn't be done. It should be done. We should give everything to Krishna. Because in the end, when you're attached, this will be very bad. Because then Krishna will take it away. He will keep it. No. Yes. And it's like going back and forth. But he's stronger. And he will take it away. And they will cry like a little child. When you take toys away from the child, it cries. Isn't it? Must be a very detached child. A yogi child. No problem. Take my puppet. No problem. Take my car. No problem. Usually they cry. No, it's mine. You give it back. He took it away. And so we are like this too when we die. My this, my that, my this, my that. Now we think, no problem. I will die and no problem. I'm detached. But we don't know. Only when we come really in a situation like this, we will see how attached we really are. Isn't it? It's the test of reality. Before it's mental speculation. Maybe, maybe not. Like how attached are we to our position, our prestige? Krishna is completely detached. It's one of his natural tendencies. It's said here 6 qualities. Aishwarya samagrasya, viryasya, yashasa shriya, jnana vairagya yaschaiva, shanam bhaga itingana. It has 6 qualities. He's unlimitedly rich, strong, he has unlimited knowledge, unlimitedly beautiful, unlimited, what else? Yeah, this comes in the end, and one more. Yashaha, it means famous, and then vairagya. Vairagya, it means detachment. Vairagya means no raga. Raga means attachment. I want to have this. Raga dvesha, I want to have this. Vai means no, like vaikunta, no kunta, no fear. So vairagya, raga, you know this word, raga, I'm attached, I want to have it. Krishna. Krishna was dancing with the most beautiful girls. Most beautiful girls. And they were so surrendered to him. And he was dancing with them. And then he saw they become a little bit proud. It's in the Bhagavatam. And he's gone. Who can do this? You know, I'm a brahmachari, I shouldn't think much about that. But still, attachment is there. How can you be not attached? Most beautiful girls. Yeah, okay, I'm gone. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll take 1 or 2 with me. Krishna's gone. Krishna was even defamed. Once someone said, Krishna, he is so bad. He killed my brother and he stole my jewel. There was one Satrachit, he had a very wonderful jewel. It was, jewels are very attractive. And this jewel was glowing. Imagine you have something like this, a wonderful jewel you can wear on a chain. And you wear this, and when you have it, it's dazzling, it glows, it's shining. And when you walk around, you look like the sun god. Everyone will be, wow. Isn't it? Why people are dressing themselves with jewels, rings, with a diamond, a necklace, or the queen has a crown with a brilliant... it's very beautiful. Decorate yourself. So this jewel was most beautiful. Everyone was, wow, it's so beautiful. And then one day he gave this to his brother, Prasena. And he was riding through the forest and was hunting and enjoying himself and having this jewel. And in the evening, Satrachit was waiting. Where's my brother? Where's my brother? Where's my brother? He's not coming. He's not coming. And because Krishna, a couple of days before, he told him, Satrachit, don't be so attached to this jewel. Give it to the king. Give it to the king. It's Ugrasena. Everything belongs to the king. And Satrachit said, no, it's my jewel. Why are you saying this? You want to have it, Krishna. You're attached. You're envious. It's my jewel. And then the next day, his brother was not coming back. And he said, oh, for sure, Krishna killed my brother and took away my jewel. And he went to everyone, told this. Krishna killed my brother and took away my jewel. Do you know? Krishna killed my brother. He was telling everyone. And he was, oh, really? Krishna killed your brother? That's terrible, really. Oh, this Krishna, in whole Dwarka was the rumor going around. Yeah. And Krishna was very detached. He was not going to Satyajit and killing him or something. So no, he thought, oh, this is very bad. I shouldn't be defamed like this. And he went out and he was searching for the brother to help. And he found the brother. He was dead in the forest, but no jewel. Jewel was gone. And he was searching, where's the jewel, where's the jewel, where's the jewel? And they came into a cave, big cave and dark. And his associates were waiting. And they were afraid, oh, it's a big cave. And he said, don't worry, wait here, I go inside. I search. And Krishna went into this cave, and then comes into a smaller part of the cave, and there was a small child, and was playing with the jewel. And Krishna said, oh, here's the jewel, here it is. And this child was playing, and Krishna went there, and the child saw him, and was shocked, and started crying, who is this? And immediately the nurse, she also was crying, oh, who is this? And then the master of the cave was coming. It was a huge guy, was strong, and he looks like some half man, half animal, something like this. Half man, half bear, or monkey, or something big. You cannot escape. You're locked in the cave of the lion. Oh no, she found the exit. Very determined. So, and this person comes inside and sees that Krishna is there in his cave and next to his child and taking away the jewel. And he said, who are you? And he ran towards Krishna and started hitting Krishna. And Krishna was also hitting. And they were fighting. A long time, days and days and days, but they were fighting. Yeah. And this was Jambavan. Jambavan was fighting Krishna. And Jambavan actually is a friend of Krishna. He's a friend of Krishna from last avatar, from Ramachandra. But he was in this moment so angry he couldn't see that this actually is Lord. It's Krishna, but it's Ram. He was fighting. But after some long time fighting, he saw, I cannot defeat him. And he knew, I'm the strongest. No one is stronger than me. And he knew, only one is stronger than me. Only one is stronger than me. It's my Lord Ram who appeared now in this form. And then he immediately offered obeisances. And then Krishna showed himself as Ramachandra. And said, oh Jambavan, you're my dear devotee. We had some fun, we had some fun, fighting, sporting. And then Jambavan was so happy. Oh, you're here. Thank you, it's wonderful. And he gave him the jewel. Here's the jewel. And he gave him his daughter, Jambavati. Please take my daughter also. Marry my daughter. Take care of her. No problem. And then he went back, and then he took the jewel, and then brought it back to Satyajit. Oh my God, what have I done? I was so, offensive against Krishna. Krishna is so detached. So Krishna is completely detached. Krishna does everything all the time, and he's never bragging. Never coming, I did it. Krishna does the whole creation, and he pretends that he doesn't exist. He's in the background, right? I'm not there. God doesn't exist. Everything happens by accident. Everything happens by accident. There is no God. Have you seen God? Where is he? And Krishna is all the time there, doing everything. So the one who is understanding this and praying to Krishna and putting your heart, your bhakti to Krishna, then suddenly Krishna appears. Suddenly he will manifest. And you say, wow, he's everywhere. This is the pure devotee sees Krishna everywhere, in everything, everywhere, all the time. Yomang pashyati savatra. He sees me everywhere. The one who sees everything in me, the one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost to him, nor is he ever lost to me. In Bhagavad Gita 6:30. Then we're always connected. So in one sense, it's very, very simple. Bhakti yoga is very, very simple. Just have to believe it, and then it will happen. You have to make this leap of faith, but nobody wants to do this. Show me proof. Show me God, and then I believe in him. But it doesn't work like this. First you believe, and then he will show himself. It's like this. Leap of faith. Yeah? But we have good reasons why to believe. And then, when you jump, Krishna will manifest, and we'll get some experience. We get an experience which is much better than any material experience. Better than sex, drugs, rock and roll. Right? This is what people really like nowadays. Maybe rock and roll, not so much. Hip-hop music, maybe more, like some techno music or something. Drugs, still, they like drugs. So many drugs nowadays you can take to be happy. Drugs for being happy. You want to be happy, you take a drug. Oh, now I'm happy. Just chemicals. Drink or sniff something or throw something in, and then you're happy for some time. Different kinds of flavors of happiness. No? And then you come down and you're morose. Illusory happiness. And sex, they think sex makes very happy. Putting two bodies on top of each other makes very happy. Just for a short time. Yeah? And the older you get, the more terrible it gets, because people have no alternative. They are attached to sex until they are like almost dead. This is most terrible. Maybe when they're young it's more aesthetic. Maybe it's okay. But when they're really old, it's like a horror movie. Yeah, but they have no alternative. So sex, drugs, rock and roll, music. So this is nothing in comparison to bhakti rasa. Bhakti rasa, the taste of bhakti, which you get when you chant Hare Krishna. It's subtle. It's the problem, it's very subtle, so it's not so easy to get. And it goes also quickly away, so you have to go very deep. But the more you get it substantially, then it will stay and it will be becomes mature. And because devotees are oftentimes, young devotees, not going deep enough, they leave. Isn't it? Many devotees come and go. Why is it? They hadn't have this convincing experience. There was some experience, there was some slight experience, but it was not the real experience. So for the real experience, we have to stay a bit longer. But then Krishna says, Vishaya vinivartande niraharasya dinam rasa varcham rasopyasya parang drishtava nivartate. When you just renounce the taste for the material, you give it up, then it will stay inside. You will still be attached. But when you have a superior experience, something better, spiritual, then you can give it up. So for this we have to stick around some time, but it will happen. More and more purification will come. And then we can give up this world, because nothing interests you. Whatever the world offers, it's just the world of names. Meaning, it's always the same, just in different labels. But it's always the same. It's said in Bhagavatam, it's the world of names. Meaning, it's just words. Someone who says, this is very wonderful, it's very good, but it's the same old. Common advertisement. So it's always the same boring material pleasure, just with different labels, different names. Call it sex, call it drugs, call it rock and roll, call it computer games, call it this fun, that fun, whatever. But it's always the same boring thing. It's not changing. It's always the same. It's not, oh, this I haven't tried, or this I haven't tried, or this I haven't tried. It's always the same. The substance of it is just material pleasure, which is very fleeting. So the more we are enlightened with spiritual knowledge and spiritual taste, the more we are not interested and we can give it up. And then we can go into the spiritual world. And spiritual world is explained here. Spiritual world is the real world. This is the point, it's the real world. This world is not the real world. It's an illusion. The spiritual world is the real world. And what is our real world? It's Goloka Vrindavan. And it exists right now and we could go there right now. And in the center of Goloka Vrindavan is Krishna. It's Madhurya Dham, Prema Dham, Prema Loka, Bhaktya Loka. The world of the spiritual love. And there all the people are super ecstatic in Krishna's service. Yashoda Ma, always ecstatic for Krishna, loving Krishna. She has such an exalted position. She can do whatever she likes with Krishna. She has Krishna as her child. Here we have so many children now, right? I don't know where they come from suddenly. So many. Yeah? And they're very nice, small children, and especially when they get a little bit bigger, then they are more practical. Before they're just like small and doing nothing, cannot do anything. But now when they can run around, dance a bit in kirtan, and they do things, they are very nice. Nice little devotees. Very nice little devotees. They're funny also. Somehow they have this natural funniness, children. So if these small children are already so attractive, what about Krishna as a small child? He must be incredibly attractive. In the Bhagavatam is a very nice point where Yashoda Mata says, Krishna, bring me this thing. And Krishna is a small child, maybe like Murari or like Charu, something in this size. And he says, yes, and he doesn't say anything, just, and he walks there, I don't know what it is, something, and he wants to lift it, it was very heavy, and tries to lift it, and he says he cannot lift it. Krishna can lift anything. Krishna holds the whole planet, huh? He holds, Govardhan hill, and he holds all the planets and everything. He says in Bhagavad Gita, I hold all the planets. So he cannot lift it, and then he stands there, doesn't say anything, just like it's in Bhagavatam. And Mother Yashoda sees that it's just her love is so, she's so feeling this happiness. Krishna does always very funny things. Or Nanda Maharaj, or Balaram. Okay, Balaram is an expansion of Krishna, but still is also a servant of Krishna. He is Krishna as his brother. Or Madhumangal. Madhumangal is Krishna's Brahmana friend, and he's always very funny. And he has Krishna as his friend, and he can do whatever he likes with Krishna. He doesn't say anything wrong. Or Sudam, or all his friends. Play with Krishna, run around with Krishna, imitate the birds, imitate the animals, jump, climb the trees, jump into the water, swim and dive in spiritual water. How must that be? It's so interesting. In the spiritual world, everyone is enjoying, right? We always think, oh, no enjoyment, no sense gratification. There's pure sense gratification. The boys, they're enjoying Vrindavan with Krishna, for Krishna, somehow or other. Krishna wants them to be happy. So how must it be to dive with your spiritual body in this spiritual water and then dive with the frogs? It's said, and then dive with them. How must it be? And then Krishna is there making jokes all the time. This is so funny, Krishna making jokes. I don't know how his jokes are then, funny jokes, but he makes jokes and everyone is cracking up. I think we have such an interesting theology, right? Such an interesting image of God. Because every religion has some image of God. Some think about him as like the Supreme Lord and angry or somehow grand. Some think of him as dying man on the cross. This is God. You have to be like him. Okay, really? Yeah. Some think of him as like nothingness or voidness or some whatever. But we have Krishna is a cowherd boy. God is a cowherd boy. And what's a cowherd boy doing? Yeah, what cowboys are doing. This is what he's doing all the time. And then the gopis, who have a very special kind of love, very special kind of relationship, and supreme of them all, Srimati Radharani, who loves Krishna the most. She is personified Bhakti Devi. Her love is Mahabhava, highest form of prema. And Krishna loves her the same way. And they have very, very ecstatic leelas. Very funny also, and very cute, and very beautiful, and colorful, and perfect. Yeah. So this is the real world, is Vrindavan. It's the real world. This is not the real world. It's a place of suffering. Abrahma bhuvana loka bhuvana avarti norjuna mamu pete tu kantya punajama navidate. What is it? Last line? I think. From the highest planet to the lowest planet, all places of suffering. As I said, we had so many material bodies. Now you have an Indian body. Now you have a German body. Now you have an Italian body. You have a Swiss body. You have an East German body. You have a Russian body. Or Ukraine. There's a big difference. One of those. I have an Austrian body. Yes. And we think, yes, that's me. Big illusion. We are souls. Friends of Krishna. So we give this thinking up, identify as Nitya Das, Jivya Swarupa, Krishnera Nitya Das, and think about Vrindavan, going back there. Like when you are working and you booked already your ticket for your prime destination where you go to holidays. Then you think, oh, I'm so happy, very soon. The calm, you think, oh, very soon I will be there at the beach and I will enjoy and the nice sun. Huh? And they always think also this happiness because they know very soon I'm there. So we should think, very soon I'm in Vrindavan, at the Yamuna and Govardhan Hill. So very soon I see Krishna. Say, Krishna, thank you so much that you sent your pure devotee Srila Prabhupada to pull me out of this mess. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Krishna. And Prabhupada is there too. Wow. And Balaram and Radharani. Imagine seeing Radharani. You look like what you will do. You can just fall in ecstasy. What you can do. It's incredible. So we have faith. We should have real faith. It's true. They're all existing. They're there. They're waiting. Krishna is waiting. So how we go with fast is there to do things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he did two things, two reasons, external and internal. Internal, to relish himself, bhakti, and external, to give bhakti to everyone. So we do the same. Relish bhakti yourself. So very nice sadhana, very nice service, very nice chanting, reading, bhajan. And external, preach. Share that what you experience. Tell it to others. Distribute a book, give prasadam, tell him, chant Hare Krishna, invite to a temple, whatever. Because when you're standing in front of the gates of the spiritual world, knocking, let me in, I'm here, Krishna. Knock on his door. Krishna will open, yes. Oh, you're here, nice. And he will look over your shoulder and where are the others? Who? Which others? I'm here, Krishna. And the others? You brought no one with you? There should be a huge queue behind you. Krishna says, he is the most dear to me who preaches this knowledge to the others. Guru. We have to be all gurus. Prabhupada said, everyone should become guru. Guru means bring the others. And then Krishna will be very, very, very happy. Because this is the only thing he doesn't have. The love of the Jiva, the lost Jiva. And who is bringing him this love? The preacher, the Madhyamadikari. He's the only one who does it. Yeah. So in this way you become very quickly very dear to Krishna. When you take yourself, this treasure, this present you got very serious and you keep it in a very valuable place in your heart and you share it with others. And then success is guaranteed. This is Prabhupada's promise over and over again. Thank you so much for your kind attention.